The Simpsons Hit and Run is a beloved action-adventure game released in 2003 that fans desperately want to make a comeback. Whether it be a sequel or a remaster, the internet is rife with discussions, rumours and petitions all about what they'd want for a modern-day GTA Springfield. And though I'd love for a sequel, I'm well aware the chances of that being made aren't exactly great. But still, a man can dream, right? So join me and some very dodgy photoshops as I present my dream sequel to The Simpsons Hit and Run. Warning, this is all a big brainstorm without limits, blue sky thinking if you will. There are lots of infeasible or stolen ideas from other games, but don't worry about that, let's just have some fun. First up is the map. Well, the original Hit and Run had some neat maps, but they were separated by levels and effectively just a big loop. We can do better than that. How's about one gigantic map, a truly open world sandbox Springfield to explore? The Simpsons game got a step closer to this with its Springfield hub world, even featuring some enterable buildings, but it was still too small and a bit too lifeless. Secondary characters walking the streets was great, but let's throw in some strangers too, like this person or that person. That will help it feel more bustling. But wait a minute, a map of Springfield doesn't exist, I hear you cry. True, a fundamental joke in the show is the town's vagueness, its location a mystery and its layout ever changing. But over the years fans have attempted their own map, and perhaps the most impressive is this one from Jerry Lerma and Terry Hogan. Sure, it was last updated in 2004, but that covers the classic stuff, and let's be honest, are we really going to miss anything since then? It's got everything from the town centre to the National Forest to the Springfield Badlands, all smartly organised and packed with detail. It's even got all the map regions labelled and ready to use. That being said, one change I think is necessary is... yeah, Springfield's an island now. I know that's a bit strange, but we don't want to deal with invisible walls, and you know, it is just a game. Let's keep a majority of the map purely a facade, much like other open world games. Yeah, we'll need to enter the school or the Quickie Mart, but we don't need the interior of... girls modelled. And let's have the whole map explorable from the get-go. No locked off regions, we want to encourage exploration. Just like Assassin's Creed, maybe this can unlock fast travel options, and even count as a collectible. Speaking of travel, we've got to have some transport around town. What better than to spread out the monorail a little bit further and put Lyle Lanley's construction to good use to get around. Oh, and one more thing, can we have a day-night cycle too? Perhaps weather variations while we're at it. On to gameplay. Let's take a look at what are considered two of the best Simpsons games, Hit and Run and The Simpsons Game. That really needed a better name. Hit and Run was mainly driving, and The Simpsons game was mainly platforming and beat-em-up combat, so it only makes sense to blend them together. In terms of the platforming and combat, let's have some tighter platform controls, add sprinting, and tweak the special moves from The Simpsons game. Maybe the sprinting and special moves could be tied to a stamina bar underneath the health bar. Oh, and throw in some attack combos to make combat more varied too. The driving in Hit and Run was arcadey and fun, so let's not change that too much. Instead, let's just add more vehicle options. Not only more cars from the show, but let's have a skateboard for Bart and bicycles for Lisa. Homer can be a biker again, and since there's a river, let's throw in a few boats too. Just no murderers or monkey knife fights, please. And hey, Springfield's got an airport, so why not planes as well?
I said hop in.
And as great as the music is in Hit and Run, how about a radio station when inside a vehicle?
Hey, Bill and Marty here.
And we're backstage rapping with attack.
Fellas, I'm gonna hit you with a phrase that has dogged you throughout your career. Washed up.
Springfield's own KBBL could let us listen to Bill and Marty play classics such as Your Wife Don't Understand You, Baby on Board, Can I Borrow a Feeling, and even Spanish Flea.
There was a little Spanish flea, a record star, he thought he'd be.
A Hit and Run sequel can't exactly be R-rated, so gameplay can't be gun-based. Instead, we'll have to rely on beat-em-up combat as the main weapon. No blood and guts, but we still need characters to go flying upwards after kicking them, that's for sure. And despite no guns, Bart could still use his slingshot, and hey, maybe Homer's make-up shotgun would work instead. Maybe not. Let's keep the Hit and Run meter, but tweak it into an alert meter instead. If you're caught damaging too much property or beating up Milhouse yet again, prepare to be chased by Wiggum and fined, spawning back outside the police station. Costumes were a great feature of Hit and Run. Let's expand the options for what the Simpsons can wear. Head to Costington's for the Chanel dress, or if you're short on cash, visit Try and Save instead, to switch out your style for more options from the show. Or even allow for some level of customization, changing colours or patterns. Likewise, visit Springfield's numerous restaurants and supermarkets to purchase drinks and snacks. Grab a squishy from the Quickie Mart, but avoid the hot dogs. Different items could even have different effects. A flaming Moe could give Homer a temporary strength boost, and a Krusty Burger can refill your health. From coffee at the Java server to a donut from Lard Lads, there's no lack of options to choose from. Perhaps buying such items could allow you to equip them for use later in missions. Playable characters could have an inventory wheel, giving you access to item boosts mid-mission. This wheel could also let you switch out weapons like Bart's slingshot or Lisa's saxophone. It's 2020, so about time the Simpsons family had a smartphone, right? Bringing up the in-game Mapple phone could give you access to different options on the fly. Use the map to mark waypoints or fast travel. Missions could be listed detailing your next objective. It's a phone, so a dialer is a must, giving Bart the option to prank call Moe. Perhaps throughout the game you're able to find phone numbers to call that unlocks cheats, which you can also activate through your Mapple phone. Finally, let's put a camera on there to use in missions and collectibles. We've talked a bit about gameplay, but who are we playing as? A lot of fans want more playable characters, and not just a poo for some reason.
What? No!
Personally, I'm limiting it to just the Simpsons family. Homer, Marge and Maggie, Lisa and Bart. I'd rather have less playable characters, but give them more depth instead. Let me explain. Just like GTA 5, each character will have their own unique abilities and missions, and you'll be able to switch between all 4. Imagine switching over to Lisa, finding her at the library, or to Marge outside Monster Mart. Maybe Homer is the strongest in terms of beat-em-up combat. Marge is more athletic and can jump higher, plus she has Maggie who's able to access small places. Bart can use his slingshot to hit certain targets, and Lisa can hack her way through doors the others can't use. Just like the LEGO games, you'll need to use all 4 around the map to complete everything. The sequel will also introduce skills to the characters, which you can increase by completing missions, side missions and other activities. Don't worry, we're not talking Elder Scrolls level of detail here, but just some basics like stamina, which you increase with jumping and platforming, strength with more combat, and even things like driving skill, which you increase with stunt jumps and visiting the DMV. Characters will also have an XP level, with XP earned on all sorts of things, main missions, side quests, collectibles, the list goes on. Increasing XP lets you upgrade the character's abilities on their own mini skill tree. Reach a certain level and you can unlock Bart's Bartman cape to glide around town, or unlock a new melee attack for Homer. That's not to say that you'll never play as other Springfield characters, but maybe it'll be during a specific mission. Speaking of which, let's be honest, the missions and plot of The Simpsons Hit and Run weren't particularly impressive. Every mission boiled down to either a chase, a race, a destroy, a hit and collect, or some slight variation on one of those. Likewise, the plot featuring Buzz Cola, Kang and Kodos was a bit odd. We've got the whole of Springfield at our disposal now, let's expand the missions and characters within them. Each Simpsons family member can have their own set of missions and side quests, which all ultimately merge into one plot. Yeah, more GTA 5 stealing. What starts off as everyday objectives eventually transforms into a plot about, I don't know, Mr. Burns as the villain with some evil scheme to destroy Springfield. Look, I'm not a Simpsons writer, so I won't go into specifics about the storyline, but you get the idea. For example, maybe Bart's missions start off with organising a prank with Milhouse, which gets him into trouble with Chief Wiggum. There we eventually find out Sideshow Bob has been released on parole. We'll need to investigate Sideshow Bob's activities and eventually discover that he's up to no good working for Mr. Burns. Or how about as Lisa, who has to visit school and see Miss Hoover, who gives us a task to write about the history of Springfield. As Lisa, we'll have to visit and photograph famous landmarks of the town, including a visit to Old Hollis at the Historical Society. As you continue exploring, you uncover construction of a secret project being built by Mr. Burns, which you'll need to hack into. So yeah, something along those lines. Make the missions more varied, include more characters, and switch up the gameplay more often. Oh, and let's have some proper cutscenes this time, not just the 2 characters awkwardly standing there. Completing these missions gives you money and experience, and hey, maybe you even get a star rating which you can improve by completing bonus objectives. Oh, but that's not all. The original Hit and Run had bonus missions and races, so we'll need to include them but bigger and better. Instead of 1 bonus mission per level, let's open up Springfield and include a whole set of side missions, unrelated to the main plot, which we'll call Favours. Look on Bart's map for example, and you'll see a Favours symbol at Krusty Lou Studios, where Krusty needs help wrecking Gabbo's rival TV show. On Homer's, you'll find one at Moe's, where Moe is going on a date and needs new clothes. Lisa's would involve Martin Prince or Professor Frink, and Marge's would include Agnes or Helen Lovejoy. Think 22 short films about Springfield in video game form. There'll be a variety of races in Springfield, all hosted by Otto, from cross-map time trials to frantic town races with multiple vehicles. Why not a bike race down the Murderhorn too? Taxi missions will play just like The Simpsons Road Rage. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Homer can equip his megaphone once again in vigilante missions, where you'll be tasked with chasing down and apprehending criminals all across the map. Now I love the treasure hunts in Red Dead Redemption, so in a similar vein, maybe as Lisa you can solve clues and riddles to find secrets all around America's crud bucket. Increase your driving skill by completing challenges with Patty and Selma at the DMV. The same goes with flying skill at the airport with Fantastic Dan. And as cheesy as they are, some rhythm-based minigames wouldn't go amiss either. How about playing saxophone as Lisa in a music competition against Allison? We all know about Marge's crumping skills, so what about a dance-off against Disco Stew? Whew, that seems like a decent amount. Now, how about those collectibles? To get 100% completion, you'll need to do a bit more than that though. One of the things I love doing in Hit and Run is going around and gathering up all the collectibles, so let's add some more. Let's keep the collector cards and gags as a callback, but up the number and spread them all over the map. The Simpsons game had character-specific collectibles like Homer's Duff bottle caps or Bart's Krusty coupons. In a similar vein, spread around Springfield there'll be El Barto graffiti tags that only Bart can spray. Homer can collect secret stonecutter symbols, Marge has photo locations she needs to snap for her paintings, and Lisa has a set of plants and flowers to collect. Maybe there's a set of Radioactive Man comics that Bart can find and trade into Comic Book Guy for cash. Finally, how about a set of stunt jumps that you have to make, one of them obviously being Springfield Gorge. Bonus points for doing it on a skateboard. To make the map of Springfield really feel alive, let's include a few more bonus activities to earn cash, experience, or just pass the time. Head to Monty Burns Casino to win a bit of extra dough. Play Larry the Looter or escape from Grandma's house at the Noiseland Arcade. Just stay away from Kevin Costner's Waterworld though. Just like how GTA 5 features tennis and golf, head to Sir Putterlot's Merry Old Fun Centre for some crazy golf, or Barney's Bowlerama for some bowling. Play pool at Moe's and finish up watching an episode of Itchy and Scratchy at the Aztec Theatre. And there you have it, that's my dream sequel to The Simpsons Hit and Run. Will anything like this ever be made? I highly doubt it, but with it now being 13 years since the last console release of a Simpsons game, we're long overdue something. Let me know your own thoughts and ideas, I'd love to hear them, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.